Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. So the way this app works is it allows you to download your invoice as PDF. You can change the color to suit your brand color from here, right? You can change it to suit your brand color from here. And you can also upload your logo here. I'm not sure if there's any suitable logo I can use on the system. Let me try this. So you can upload your logo from here, put your business name here, address. You can put customer details. That's the person receiving the invoice here, right? You can put their details and fill all of that. Then you can put the items here. 200. Okay. I can say laptops and bags, and then I can say we are supplying 200 of it. You can say it's at 200,000. So when you do that, you can fill in all of this information, put your signature here. If you want that to be there, you can put that, put your name. So you can put the title, CFO, whatever, anything. And then all of this thing at the bottom too, there, you can put them. And once you are done with that, you can just click on download invoice as PDF. It downloads the PDF on your system. Let me open it so that you can see it. So this is the downloaded PDF. So this is the downloaded PDF. Can you see? And you can just send this as an email or something to your clients. So we are building that simple app. We are going to be using open code. How many people have downloaded open code? Let me see thumbs up if you have downloaded. Okay, I see that quite a number of people have downloaded open code. Mr. Oluwadam, Larry, Michael, are you trying to do thumbs up or you are raising up your hand? Okay, so before I go ahead to start building this, let me explain one thing. Now, I'm sure a lot of us who have heard about ChatGPT, we've heard about Claude, we've heard about maybe Lovable. All of these apps allows you to be able to build stuffs, right? Now, the reason why I'm using open code is that it gives, number one, it is free to use. There's no subscription. If you noticed, when you download, you did not even sign up. And yes, the class is recorded. Mr. Chima, don't run away. Please stay. Don't run away. Okay.
Thank you. I would like
you see that when you downloaded open code, for those who have downloaded, if you have not downloaded it, take time to download it after the class. You see that you did not need to sign up for anything. Immediately you downloaded it and you started using it immediately because it is free to use. Now, for those who are already building with AI, one of the things they understand or they get to quickly run into is that it is expensive. You will pay $20 and your $20 limit, you can exhaust it in one day. No jokes. You understand? So one of the things you'll be getting from us, we are not only showing you how to, we are showing you a cost-effective way to, right? So for the sake of this, class, we will be using open code, we'll be using free models, and we'll be showing you, when you join the bootcamp, we'll show you how to scale, how to do it in a bigger way. So right about now, I'll switch over back to my own laptop, right? And I will launch open code. I will share the prompt that will give us this. Now, one of the things I want, if this was a task you gave me that say, oh, Mr. Wale, build this for us. One of the things I would do, right, before writing any line of code with AI is that I will work with traditional AI, maybe ChatGPT or Gemini. I will do a long chat with it and explain the idea I have in my head. So that's the first step. That's the first thing you should do if you want to build anything. Please thumbs up if you understand what I'm saying. Before you open code, before you build anything, go to your normal ChatGPT or Gemini, anyone that you use. If it's Claude you use, just go there and say, oh, I'm thinking of building an app that can A, B, C, D. I think there's even open code on this system. Let me see if I'll just do it from here. 1 second. So let's go to ChatGPT here. This is how you are supposed to go about building. You go to ChatGPT and say, oh, I want to build, we talked about prompt engineering last week. Now, when I am building, because I am not, my prompt engineering coach is laughing at me here. Because I am not actually, I am not interested in getting results in one chat. What I am interested, what the goal of this particular conversation you have is that you want to have a chat that understands what you are building. And that chat will do two things for you. When you are thinking of an idea of maybe how to take the app further, it is that chat you will run your idea by. That, okay, this app that we were building, I think I want it to start jumping and dancing. Then the app will, this chat will then tell you, oh yes, based on the things you've done before, it is possible. Or based on the things you've done before you can do that, you have to do A, B, C. That's the reason for this chat, right? Then the second reason is that if you run into error that open code is not solving, you can do a screenshot, you can copy a portion of the code and give it to this chat to get a second idea, right? So typically, I'll start by saying I want to build. So I'm not considering the normal, what do we call it? Prompt engineering formula here. I'm just saying I want to build a simple web page that can generate invoice after I upload my logo and input key details. So as simple as this, I'm not expecting it to give me code. The point is I want to start a conversation. Okay, so it's saying, you can absolutely build this, and it's actually a great beginner. It talks about this. So you will do, what you would then do is read through what it's saying, depending on your level of technicality. And we're expecting that the people joining this call don't even understand probably what HTML, CSS, Tailwind, JavaScript means, right? You then begin to read through and ask questions. If I don't understand all the things he's saying, I can say, oh, in layman's term, how do I do this? How do I? The point is that if there's any part of your idea that you are not clear about, the goal is that you get clarity from this chart. That's the first step. And you end, so because I know what I want to do, I'll really be faking it. If by the time we switch over to my system, I will show you a similar chart for some of my products, right? Now, you end this chart with one prompt. Now, that is what I will call step 2. Step 1, chat with your normal ChatGPT or Gemini. Step 2, ask for PRD document. Based on all the back and forth you guys have discussed, then say, okay, can you give me a, okay, sorry, let me write this. Can you give me a simple PRD doc? PRD means product requirement document. Typically, in the normal tech space, when a client or a business owner wants to build a tech product or wants to build a maybe an app or something, the product manager, right, works with the person who is requesting to come up with a product requirement document. It is the product requirement document and most times a user story document that is handed over to the engineering team. Please let me know if you understand what I'm saying. Good.
Loud and
So
clear.
if there is any idea you are trying to build, right? As much as we are trying to build this particular one, I'm also trying to teach you. If there's any idea you are trying to build, work with your regular chat AI and ask all the questions. Make sure you have clarity. I have somebody, the person is on this call, but I'll not reveal the person's identity. I have somebody on this call that spent weeks coming up with PRD document. By the time the man of God came up with PRD document, it's like maybe 80-something pages or something. I've forgotten the number, but it's very large. Yes, product requirement document. Thank you for time. Right. By the time he came up with the PRD document, but it is very detailed, and this person does not have a technical background. But by the time he came up with the product requirement document, by chatting with AI, you understand, sometimes with Claude, sometimes with ChatGPT, right? He came up with a very robust document. The AI will handle all the technical parts, right? What your own work is to be asking questions, saying that, okay, this thing you are saying here, what does it mean in terms of, in a layman's term, what will it do to the user? How will it secure the data? Those are the kind of questions you will start asking, right? How will it make the app? If I'm trying to download PDF, where will the PDF go? Will the PDF assume the color on the screen? You know, you ask all those questions, and the AI will factor what you are saying into that technical document. So if I say, can you give me a simple PRD and user story? You will see what a user story looks like now. PRD document, some part of it you will understand, some part of it you will not understand. But a user story, you will always understand. Your user story, you must understand. If you don't understand it, you must prompt it to break it down further till you are clear on every angle of your user story. Because what user story is, let me just go to the side of the user story. Please, are we learning already? So look at this now. User stories, authentication. As a user, I want to access invoice generator without signing up so that I can quickly create invoice. You can see it's straightforward. We understand this. This was what we did. We didn't sign up. Logo upload. As a user, I want to upload my business logo so that my invoice looks professional and branded. So if there is any part of this user story you don't understand, you must clarify. User story, it must be clear to a 5-year-old. So there are two things you would request for in your stage 2, PRD and user story. We'll go back to the PRD now, but I wanted to just, you can see, company details. As a user, I want to enter my business information so that it appears on invoice. Client details. As a user, I'm sure you already know what this user story is now. And if there is anything you want your app to do and it is not captured in the user story, you need to prompt that the AI to say, I can't see so and so. I cannot see so and so in the user story. Why can't a user do this? Because this is what you are going to carry and give to open code in step 3. So between this step 1 and step 2, I'm going to, because it's a practical class, and I know that everybody has ChatGPT, even if you have not installed open code. While I am migrating to my own laptop or making sure that I don't have another technical issue, everybody should quickly chat with their own AI and come up with user story and PRD document. You understand? Let's do that within 3-4 minutes. Don't go and build the main idea yet. Maybe a simple idea. You can even use this invoice idea just for you to understand what we are saying. So look here before you go ahead. You can see the PRD document here. This is the product requirement document overview. The simple invoice generator is a lightweight web application that allows users to create professional invoice by entering company details, customer information, blah, 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 blah. Goal: to help freelance, small businesses and startups quickly generate clean professional invoices without target users, blah. Core features: logo upload, company information, and you can see, I'm sure you understand all of these things. They are not technical. Non-functional requirements: invoice generation should happen instantly. Responsiveness, usability. Now, this is the technical part, tech stack. A lot of us knows what HTML, CSS, and JavaScript is, but if you don't know, is not a big deal, right? Future improvement, blah, success metrics, and it went ahead to the user story, right? So please quickly chat with your own chat bot right now and practicalize step 1 and step 2. I am switching over to my own laptop, or I want to confirm if I have open code on this laptop that I'm using. And we will move to step 3 in 5 minutes. Thumbs up if you are with me. Okay, great. So please chat. I'll ask at least 3 people to show us their own chats when we start.
So please, can you remind me the prompt? Hello, sir. Can you remind me the prompt?
Uncle Wale, if you're there, we can't hear you. You're muted.
Sorry, he's trying to go on his own computer.
Okay, but I asked everybody. I said that everybody in the next 3 minutes should chat with their own chat bot and get their own PRD and user story. That was the task I gave everybody. Can you hear me? Hello, can anybody hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So I think we still have 3 more minutes for that task. Okay.
While we're waiting for Mr. Wale to start sharing his screen, our bootcamp is coming up in June, and it's going to be exciting. If you are going to be making payment on this call today, you will pay 50,000. The original cost for this bootcamp is 150,000. But if you are going to be paying today, and we have only 10 slots for this, you can use the promo code AI Power 10 and you can make payments. So, or I think the original promo code is in the chat box. Our team, okay, yes, the original promo code is in the chat box. So you can use the essence of the promo code is to know that you are from this webinar. The only reason why you're getting this offer is because you attended this webinar. So please make use of this opportunity. Don't let it slip off your hands. This is, yes, the promo code is AIB10. So please use this promo code and make payments today. We have only 10 slots, and you're going to be able to learn many more that you can do with AI for your businesses and at your place of work. Thank you very much, Mr. Wale. You can go on.
Okay, thank you. Please let me see thumbs up if you can hear me. Okay. Can we get one person to share their screen and show us their own PRD and user story? Who is going to volunteer? Can I get your let me just see you raise your hand if you're going to volunteer to share your own screen. Please let me know if you can hear me. I thought the essence for this class is a practical session. It's not so much about you watching me do. Okay, we have Adenike, one. Let's get one more person. Okay, Adenike, please go ahead, share your screen. Okay.
Can you see my
please
screen?
go back to the chat. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay, project
This
type,
is-
yeah. Product vision. So take us to the user story and just quickly read the user story for us. That will be easier to quickly get.
Okay.
Please unmute your mic and just read your user story for us.
Okay. Project name: fashion brand invoice generator. Then product overview. The fashion brand invoice generator is a web-based application designed to help fashion businesses create professional invoices, manage customers, track payments, and share invoices easily through mobile-friendly and stylish interfaces. User roles: fashion brand owner, a business owner managing products, invoices, and customer records. Sales/admin staff, then customer. Epic one: user authentication and account management, user registration, As a fashion business owner, I want to create an account so that I can access the invoice platform securely. Acceptance criteria: user can register using email and password. User receives email
Okay,
verification.
thank you.
User cannot proceed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Yeah, thank you. So in your own case, you are adding user login, right? But so that what we are going to build can be built within the time frame of this call, right? Prompt your AI that it should just be a front end only. So everybody, let's update our AI. Say, I don't want any backend. Let it be a front end. Users do not need to log in, right? Can you quickly do that to your AI now? Let's do it. Let's do it. Who else is following along that can share their screen? If you have your open code installed and you are also following along,
Please repeat what you
let's
said
see AI.
earlier.
Okay, what I said is that tell the AI, I don't want a back end. I don't need users to log in. Let it be front end only. You can say that in different ways, but the goal is you don't need user login. You don't want a back end. Let it be front end only. Please, is any other person following us as we are doing this? And you can also share your screen. For this first one, I want it to be built on somebody's screen. Are we alone on this call?
No.
Okay, so who else can share their screen? Mr. Emmanuel, you gave me thumbs up now. Are you able to share your screen? Okay, let me share my screen and proceed from here. But okay, yeah, good. Thank you, Mr. Chima. Great. Which chatbot are you using?
ChatGPT.
Okay, great. So your user story, can we go there?
Okay.
So have you also updated that you don't want a backend?
Yes.
Okay, you don't want a backend, right? So authentication. Sorry, I can't see your screen very well. Read that user story one for me.
As a user, I want to create an account so that I can securely access my invoices.
No. Is this the update? Have you said that you don't want, because you don't need to create your account? Do you understand? I want
Okay.
it to be able to finish building in this call. No login page. Do you understand?
Okay.
I've created the modern React. No login page, front end only. In short, specify HTML,
Okay.
CSS,
Okay.
and JavaScript only.
Let me
Do
stop
you get?
sharing my screen and do it immediately.
Okay. So that's good. And for the sake of others, why I'm saying that is it's supposed to be a very simple app. It should use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. We don't want a backend for this particular one. Does any other person wants to share? Does anybody wants to share? Let me even share my full screen so that you can see my open code. Can you see my screen? You can see it now. Okay, great. Let me share open code so that you can see it.
So sorry, I've been hearing open code and I joined late. Is he a site or an app?
So it's an app. That's what you are seeing on my screen currently.
Okay.
It's an app that you would use. It will run on your system locally. If you do not have it, you can, after the call, I would reshare the steps for you. It's already, if you go to the earlier chat that we shared yesterday night, you will see it. And in case you are not on the group as at yesterday night, we will reshare it for you. You understand? Can you see my open code now? Okay,
Yes.
great. So this is the let me just show you a bit of back and forth that went on between me and the open code app, right? So let me walk you through basic thing. It's very simple, similar to your normal chat GPT, right? This is the chat portion where you prompt it, right? And here you can view any of the file if you are somebody that understands code. For me, I understand code, so I'm always checking the file. Do you understand? To understand what is writing. But if you don't understand code for now, you don't need it. You can just deal with the app from here, right? Look at my very first prompt. I'm coming. Let me go to my very first prompt. Look at my very first prompt. I'm going to send this prompt to you guys now. Role: act as an expert front-end web developer and UI UX designer. Remember, when I was chatting with ChatGPT, I wasn't specific about the prompt engineering part. I didn't do anything special. But now that I'm trying to get open code to build the project for me, look at how I started. Role: act as an expert front-end web developer. I'm going to send this prompt into the chat for you, into the WhatsApp group also. Act as an expert front-end web developer, UI UX designer. Task: build a single-page web application called Simple Bill, a lightweight invoice and receipt generator for small business. Technical constraints: the PRD.md. Now, this PRD.md is, I just copied the PRD that me and ChatGPT, me and Gemini, we arrived at. Look at my own PRD document here. I copied it, put it in a file, named it prd.md, and I put it in an empty folder. And it is that empty folder I pointed open code to. We are going to do that now, but I want you to see the process of building. So you can see the prd.md. This prd.md is what is me copying what I came up with ChatGPT, right? I copied it and I pasted it into a file, named it as prd.md. And that's what I'm referring to in this my technical constraint, saying that the prd.md gives more context. And I'm telling you to use strictly HTML5, Tailwind CSS for styling, and vanilla JavaScript. So this is telling, don't do any backend architecture. Do not use React, Next.js, or any backend framework. The entire app must run locally in the browser in a single file. So all of these prompts was what I posted for open code. So the next step for you, if you are building, is copy copy all the things your ChatGPT came up with. Copy it, save it as a prd.md, put it in an empty folder, and point open code to that folder. I will show you how to point open code to that folder now. I'm going to drop my own PRD and prompt in the chat now, in the WhatsApp group. So if you are not in the WhatsApp group, please make sure you get access to the WhatsApp group. I'm dropping the PRD file and the prompt, so you can just use my own prompt. I'm dropping the PRD file and the prompt into the WhatsApp group now. Okay. Okay, please, can you help us paste the WhatsApp group link? I don't think somebody on this call is not on the WhatsApp, is asking for it. Okay.
So we can't hear you.
Sorry. I was trying to paste the PRD for you. No. Sorry, I don't know. Something is grounding. I think I'm running something in the background that is grounding my system. And so let me just. So this is the PRD. This is my own PRD. I'm posting it into the chat bot of this call first. Then I will post so somebody will paste it on the WhatsApp for us. So then I'm also going to paste the prompt. So let me paste the prompt also. So this is the prompt. I'm pasting it in the chat here, and somebody will also paste it on the WhatsApp group. So the first thing I pasted is the PRD document. The second thing I posted is the prompt. So this is how you do it. If you have your open code, before you go to open code, open a folder on your system. Just go and create a new folder. For me, I use my desktop for things like this. So go to your desktop. For me, desktop. For you, wherever you want your folder to exist, create a new folder, probably name it invoice or something based on what you want, and put your prd.md file inside it. Now, you can use a simple text editor, maybe Notepad, a simple Notepad, copy this text, paste it inside, and save it as prd.md, right? So for me, let me just create a folder. I think I even already have a folder I can use, invoice to. Okay, so I have invoicer class. This is the folder I'm going to use. So all I need to do is make sure I put the prd.md. You can also do prd.txt. Make sure it is inside this folder. So that's what I will do now. Then the next thing is I will then go to open code, open a new create a new project using that plus by I decide. Once I've clicked that, it will ask me to select the folder. I will go to the same place. For me, I'm using this invoicer, invoice folder, invoice class folder. So select the folder, that's the empty folder that you have your PRD inside. Right? Select that so that's the folder that open code will work. You can see now that I have a clean slate. You understand? I have a clean slate. So the next thing for me, we are still on step 3. The next thing for me is to save the PRD. I have not saved the PRD in that. So let me save as. I've not saved it in that folder. So for me, I want to save the PRD there. If you don't know how to save as, hello guys. Sorry, when did you stop hearing me? Yes, I noticed. When did you stop hearing me? I want to know how far back I should go back. Okay, you could not see my screen. I'll share my screen. Okay, so what I was trying to do is I'm trying to save my PRD into my invoice. So let me just save so that I can go back to the page 2. Right. So I've saved my PRD document there. Let me share my screen back. Okay. So I think it is the network on my laptop. I'm trying to change the network so that you can see my screen. 1 second.
Connected.
It's connected. So if you have put your prd.md in the empty folder and you have opened open code, the next thing is for you to paste. The next thing is for you to paste the one second, I'm trying to cancel this. Okay, so the next thing is for you to paste the prompt into open code. Before you paste the prompt, please take notes. Make sure your prd.md is in the empty folder. Make sure you open a new project in open code and it's pointing to the new folder. Please thumbs up if you understand this. Okay, great. Okay, Uket Samuel, do you have a question, please?
Yes, I do have a question.
Please go ahead, sir.
So the PRD, how do we get to put it in the folder that we want open code to see?
Okay, so you can open a normal notepad or text editor on your, you know, that normal notepad file.
Yeah.
Notepad
A
app.
word
Open
processor
it.
now.
Yes, normal. Not word processor. No, notepad.
Yes, notepad.
Every Windows system has notepad.
Yeah, I know.
So copy what you got from ChatGPT or Gemini. Copy the text and paste it in a notepad. Then you use save as.
Okay.
In save as, you will see that it is text document or something. Click on that text, change it to all files. Then you now name it prd.md.
Okay, sir.
So make sure you are saving in the empty folder you created.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So are we good to go, guys? So for me, I have my PR. Can you see my screen now? So I have my PRD and I have empty. So I have my empty project for me to work on. So the next thing I'm supposed to do is to copy the prompt. So I'm copying this prompt. So remember, after chatting with ChatGPT or Gemini, I tell it to give you prompts for open code, that you are building this on open code. Give me prompts. But for this specific task, I have generated the prompt for you. Use my prompts. If you are building your own custom project, right? After doing all the long chatting, get your prompt from that same chat bot. So I'm copying the prompt and I'm pasting it in open code. Now, another thing you notice in your open code, most of you are using the free model, right? I will show you how to, for the sake of this call, please use the free model. I will show you how to use bigger models and how to access that when you join the MD, M for monkey, MD, PRD.MD. So I've pasted my own prompt here and I'm asking it to go ahead. So let me do a recap. Whatever idea you are trying to build, chat with the chatbot, Gemini, ChatGPT, Claude. Basically on the idea level, get to clarify everything, make sure you understand everything, right? Even the technical jargons it will be saying, ask it to clarify what does it mean in terms of user story. What does it mean to a layman? What will they be able to do because of this technicality you are talking about? How does it affect the security of the app? Those are the kind of questions you will be asking. How does it, so let's assume you are trying to build a Netflix app, for instance. Where will the videos be stored? How are we going to upload the video? How will user log in? Where are their details stored? Is this secured? What are we going to pay? So you will ask a lot of questions, such that even though you are not a technical person, at least as far as what you are trying to build is concerned, right? You at least you have an idea, right? So, and anything he's saying that is looking as if it's going over your head, ask more questions, that means that thing is still not clear. And what you need to understand, at times, even the AI itself is just taking some things for you. It is your question that will expose some of those hallucinations. So if you notice open code is working, typically this might take a while, right? It has two to-dos and it's working in the background. It keeps building, right? And that's why I'm saying all the stories I'm saying. So you go through that phase. That's phase one. Once you generate your PRD and your user stories, right? The next phase is for you to do all that we just bring it to your system, save it in an empty folder, and ask open code to start building. Now, if you are building simple tools, I would say you should use these free models. If you are going to be building something that's probably maybe heavy, right? You will need to use some types of models. We have GLM 5.5.1, we have GPT, we have Gemini, we have Claude Sonnet, Claude Opus. These are some of the things we will show you. If you just go and sign up for Claude Opus or sign for all of those things, you will spend money, right? You will spend heavy money, and I'm not capping, right? So if you join our community, these are one of the things we will show you how to do all of this in a cost-effective way. One second, I'm checking. Yeah, I'm the simple one. Okay. I'm trying to read what the AI is doing, right? I'm trying to read what it's doing so that. So for instance, you will see all the things it's saying, and at some point, if you see that it's going off track, you can actually stop it and point it in the right direction. But it's clearly working in the background. Please, if you are following along, let me see your thumbs up. Please, are you also, if your open code is working currently, let me know. Okay, Samuel, are you indicating that it's working, or you have a question?
Samuel, do you have a question?
Yes, I have a question.
Please go ahead.
Okay, so my question is, what is the purpose of adding that prd.md to that empty folder? Like, is it for the AI model to use to build the project, or is just for us to use our builder?
It is actually for the AI model. Now, if you are trying to tell it what to do, you see all the long conversation that you had with ChatGPT or Gemini, all the decisions you guys made, right? That, oh, make sure it does not have a backend, or in some case, maybe you are trying to build Netflix and maybe the video must be stored somewhere. If you don't bring that information to this open code can decide that, oh, I want to store the video in YouTube. I don't know if you get my point. So all the questions you asked, all the clarifying questions you asked, all the agreements you had with the chatting bot, right? Which is what formed the requirements, right? If you don't put it here to give this particular model context, it will build based on his own idea, and what it is building might be off topic, might be in a different direction than what you have in mind. Do you understand? So that is why my prompt, in the restrictions in my prompt, I pointed it to this prd.md. It is specifying what tool you should use, the type of program you should write in, and all of those things. That's what the PRD is doing. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, you did. So you said you pointed to it. By pointing to it, was it by uploading it on the folder and using the folder on your code?
No. By pointing
So
to
how do you
it, I meant that it is in the folder. Then if you read the prompt, look at can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can.
So if you see where is this? I pointed I think restriction or something. Tax build a premium, blah blah blah. There's a portion in the PRD that's coming. Let me search PRD. So in this prompt, there's a portion of this prompt that I talked about the PRD.md. Do you understand?
Okay.
For whatever reason, I'm not seeing it. Or did I use the wrong?
So why
Because I
still
have
give it?
two versions
Why
of
still give it? Okay. So
I
why
didn't get
still give
that.
it a prompt? Why still give it a prompt when the PRD is already attached to the folder?
So if you understand how a model works, actually, right?
Okay.
The model, right, needs surplus context, right? So
Okay.
as much as yes, you stated some key things in your prompt, you still want to refer it to the PRD. Now, if you understand, if you get what we are doing, just one prompt, because this app is very simple. Yes, one prompt is delivering the app, but in a real scenario, if you are trying to build an app, one prompt will not deliver the app, right? So even though you give it this first prompt, the PRD document is there for subsequent. So if it's asking you some question, you are trying to tell it to do something subsequently, you can still keep pointing it back to the PRD. So that's the essence of having the PRD here. But in most scenario, your first prompt is not what will deliver the app. It is because I want to make sure that we get the app within the first 1 hour or something of this call. That is why I have simplified the idea to the barest minimum. You understand? And that's why this prompt is delivering most likely the app, and you are not typing anything. But in most cases, even open code will ask you several questions before it even goes ahead to start writing code. In most cases.
Okay. Thank you.
Understand? So in most cases, can you see my screen? You see this build. Don't start with build. Even start with plan.
Okay.
If I started with plan, it will ask me several questions. It will come up with its own plan, and you will have to approve the plan before it starts building, right?
Okay.
But for the context of this call, I didn't go deep into that, right?
Okay.
Yes. So thank you for your question. So I think so. Let's see what it built. So now I know how to run it on my system, but I'm acting as a novice. So I will ask, how do I see what you have done? So, but before I even go there, it's very good for you to, when it says it's done doing something, it's very good for you to read this thing. So I want to quickly read through it and see. Excuse me. I want to see what it's saying. So it's telling me what it has done. You need to be sure that what is said here correlates with what you asked it to do. AI as hallucinates. Sometimes you tell AI to do A, B, C. AI will do A, C, D, E, and it will avoid B. And you will keep telling it to do B. It will keep running away from it. So when it says it's done, you need to read this thing and be sure that it is what you told it to do that it did. So that if it did something different, right, you might be able to then copy it, use it to point it in the right direction. So let's move on. How do I see what you have done? For me, being a technical person, I know how to write. I know how to see it, but you can see saying open the file in your browser. You can either double click this in the file explorer or drag it into the window. You understand? So that's what I would do. I can even say, I can even go as now. In some cases, even though I am a technical person, there's some kind of app I'm building that probably I don't understand how that terrain works. I can even go as far as, can't you run it for me? So because this looks simple to me, but I'm coming from the perspective that some people on this call don't even understand what HTML means, right? So I can say, can't you run it for me? So if it is not possible, it will tell me. If it is possible, it will do it. So can you see my screen? So you can came up with the design. This design is different from the one I did when I was practicing, but the idea is the same. If you have a specific idea in mind, if you have a specific design in mind, you can bring the image, give it to open code, and tell it to design it based on that design. Please let me know if you got this. Okay. So now the next phase is that, please, all those people that said I built a rocket app in 3 minutes is a lie. Is a lie, right? Even this thing that you have built now, it is not yet the final work. You have to test and test and test to be sure. So you will try the upload. Is it working? You try everything one after the other. Now the way to try is to use what is inside the user story. The easiest way to test is go and pick your user story, and every single line, I want to be able to now try to do that. I want to be able to, and be sure that you can do it. The next line that says I want to be able to come here and do it. Once you are able to do everything in your user story, then you know that, okay, the app is working as I expect it to. If any of it fails, that is when you then bring that issue. I tried to do ABC and I got this error, and then you will take it to it and it will solve it. So you go through that process over and over again till you have an app that does not have error. Please let me know if you got that. Okay, great. Please let me see your thumbs up if you actually built along with me. If you were building as we were doing this. Let me see your thumbs up. So you mean people were not building alongside? No, I'm going to fight. Am I alone on this call? People have left me on this call. Oh, Jesus. Okay, Ayomide, did you build? Mr. Victor, did you build? Okay, so now I'm sure you watch the recording and you will try to follow, right? Now, okay, Ayomide built, but my PC is slowing down, hence my slow response. Okay, Mr. Victor. Okay, great. Now, there is still a lot of things I'm supposed to show you, right? But if you follow what I have done, at least you see that you're able to build something. For instance, how do you push this online? You need to put it on GitHub. You need to host it so that other people can use it. Because what I have done so far is just going to stay on my system. How do I share it with other people? Now, if you're going to use it as an internal tool, what you have right now is okay. But if it is something that you want other people to log in, you understand, there is still an understanding you need to have about logging in, about backend, right? Now, all of these things are not technical. It's not as if I'm not talking about code. No, it's not code. the AI will be the one writing the code for you, right? However, those understanding, those things I'm talking about are just idea you need to have that tells you and that puts you in the right position to ask the question. Do you understand? So those are the things we will be taking our time to explain in our AI for work and business bootcamp. It is going to be a practical session. However, there are things that make the practical actually practical, right? So we would have to give you those knowledge contexts, and we will build with you side by side. Now, you can see that it's a bit hard to teach live, as it were. One of the beautiful things about our bootcamp is that you are going to have access to a learning management system whereby we have pre-recorded some of these videos. Before you join our live class, you would have watched some videos that answers critical questions for you and that gives you things to practice, such that when you join the live class, you are joining with your own project and you are asking specific questions on the live class. Because the truth is, sometimes even my own, like it's happening today, even my own network can be faulty. I've been using my system since morning, writing code and all of those things. I didn't have any issue until I joined this call. So there are a lot of things that can make a live class or a physical class even have an issue. So our bootcamp is a mixture of live and week-long engagement. You have access to LMS that explains all the theory and actually give you video that shows you step by step on everything you need to do. When you are then joining the live class, you are joining with your own project that you said I should do ABC. I did it and I was having this error. It did not work. And that is what we will be addressing in the live class. Even sometimes you have access to the lecturers directly because there's going to be a community. And if you get real projects that you need to do, we are going to help you work on it in the community, right? Our boot camp is going to be a 5 weeks boot camp, 5 weeks. And the actual cost is 200,000. If you see our advert online, you will see 200,000. 100,000 naira is only for the people, the 20-something people that attended this particular webinar. 100,000 naira is for those people, right? Now, if there is anybody that will be registering for that boot camp today, if you are going to be registering for that boot camp today, you are going to get 50,000 naira, and that 50,000 naira is only available for 10 people. The promo code is pasted on the chat box and in the group now. You will use that promo code. Once the 10th person use that promo code will stop working, right? So we don't even have control over it. The promo code will stop working. So there is a lot more that we want to show you. There's a lot more we can help you do. Please join our boot camp. The sign up link has been posted, and that's the promo code AI Big 10. It is just for 10 people. Today only 50,000. From tomorrow morning, it is 100,000 for the people on this call. Anybody that is not on this call that tries to register is 200,000. And the people on this call have up until the next 7 days to sign up. Let me show you a second app I also wanted us to build. I'm not sure, we cannot do it. The time is even gone. We can't do it. Let me show you. This is another app. Maybe, and we will do it in the bootcamp actually, but let me show you. What did I even call that one? No. Let me share my screen. nobase.woleokonla.online. I thought I was sharing my screen. Let me just, you're sharing, right? Okay, I'm sharing. Am I sharing currently? Can you see my screen? Okay. So this is one of the tools we will be building. This is a simple chatbot that you can upload your documents, right? And you can chat with the documents. There are several, and all of this, yes, I can code, but I built all of this using AI, right? So please join our boot camp. Let me open the floor for questions, please. Do you have any questions as we wrap up? Does anybody have a question for me?
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay. I just want to understand. Most of the time you mention app, and most of these codes are being run in a browser as a website.
Yes.
So how do you integrate an app differently that can run in Play Store and then it also have a website for the same stuff? I don't know if you understand my question.
Thank you for that question. So first, let me demystify. Once you say an application is not what makes an app an app is not the fact that it is running in Play Store or iOS store. An app just simply refers to a program that does something, that solves something. So we have what we call web app, we have what we call Android app, we have what we call iOS app. There's also something called progressive web app, right? So all of these are apps. Now, the same way you will build it, maybe different language, slightly one or two ingredients here and there is what differentiates it. The difference between what we have done today and Android app is that Android prefers a particular way of packaging their app for you to submit it to the Android app store. So the difference in what we have done today is that if it was an Android you wanted to build, during that our first step, right, we would have specified to the chatbot that I need this thing to be an Android app, right? So it will not use HTML, CSS. It will suggest several other platforms. It could decide to use Flutter. It could decide to use Kotlin. It could decide to, do you understand? So it is the language that the AI will use in building that will be different. One. Now, the way the app will run on your device, you might be asked to maybe install one or two things before you will be able to either use the emulator on your phone to see it, or you see an emulator on the screen of your laptop to see it. So those nuances come to play depending if you are building for Android, if you are building for iOS, right? However, it is still the same process that we will go through. Now, another thing is that you cannot build an iOS app if you don't have a MacBook. That's something you need to know. If you want to build Android, right? If you want to build Android, there's some Android stuff that the AI will tell you to install on your Android emulator and some of those things that it will ask you to install on your system. So you might not be able to use normal systems. Maybe you need it to be a bit strong, right? However, there's something called a progressive web app, whereby you build it as a web app, but it can be installed on a phone like a normal app. So those are some of the things we'll touch in the boot camp. But I hope I answered your question.
Sure, you did. Thank you.
Any other question for me? I'm waiting for the questions. Okay, if there are no further questions, let me just recap what we've learned, right? So today, we got the simple steps for building a simple app. Now, the first step is you chat with your regular chatbot, ChatGPT, Gemini, and this step is where you should spend time. Do not gloss over this step. For instance, it can mention something that probably you need to install something on your laptop, ask questions. My laptop is this size. Will it work? Do I need a different laptop? How will I do this? That is where you ask plenty questions. You ask a lot of stupid questions. Underline stupid at that point. Don't assume you understand anything. Ask all the questions. Reason is that the chat, even the AI will forget some things. Even the AI will mislead you on some things. But when you ask critical questions, the AI will orientate itself that, oh, thank you for that question. This thing I was saying before will actually not work. This other way that it will work, right? So you spend time here, ask questions. Now, if every single line of your user story, you understand it and you have queried the app, the chatbot on how it will implement it and what are the technical requirements, you've asked every single question. In short, there's a playbook I will share with you in the boot camp that has how you should be asking that question. What are the things to watch out for when you're asking those questions, right? Now, when you can even spend days doing this. When you have done this and you are sure that you understand every part of this, good. You now move to the next phase. Generate a product requirement document and a user story document. Read that product requirement document and user story document. Be sure that it captures everything you said and nothing was left out. If anything is left out, point it out so that it is updated. The next phase is you carry that PRD document and user story, put it in your empty folder and use open code to start building. One of the things we did not do on this call is that there is a way that different models are good for different things. Gemini model is good for some things. Opus Claude is good for some things, right? If you need to design some type of web app and you want design, you use Opus Claude. I was building a project this week and I knew I wanted to design. I just got Opus Claude Sonnet and Claude Opus. That's the model for the popular Claude AI that we know. It is very expensive, but you don't need it all the time. Part of what we'll show you is when you need it. I needed it this week, and in a day I spent $18. I am not joking. In one day, I spent $18, but I got what I want. The design was top notch, but I don't need it every day. Imagine spending $18 every day on every project you are doing. So those are the things we will show you. When to use a very simple model like we've used today, when to use strategic model and what to do and all of those are things we'll show you in the bootcamp. So please, I hope you've learned at least something simple today, and we are looking forward to seeing you in our bootcamp. We have another webinar coming up on Saturday talking about designs, how to do graphic designs with AI, flyer designs, and all of those things. We will be taking that on Saturday. Please, 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 please go to our social media. I think it has been posted earlier. Please show us some love. I believe you'll be signing up for our bootcamp, but even if you are not signing up, please show us some love, follow us, put a good word for us on social media. Okay, Adeyinka, you have something to say. Please unmute yourself and talk.
All right. Good evening.
Good evening.
So, so the thing is, I came very late because I totally forgot because I was having a very flat battery in joining the call by 5 p.m. So I really want to understand, like, in building web apps and mobile apps, and you said you are leveraging the open source platform called Open Code, right?
Yes.
Of course, I was not there, right? So, what model are we using to build these mobile apps and web apps? What model are we using?
So Open Code comes with 3 free models. They don't tell us the name of the model in the background. They just give them a code name. I think one is Big Pickle, one is Nemotron, and all of those things. Those are free. Use it. You will never hit limits, and they are free, and they are pretty smart. However, when I was sharing my screen, I was not using those ones. I did a $10 per month subscription with Open Code Go, and I have access to a lot of other bigger and better models. And even from Open Code, I have access to Claude's model. I have access to ChatGPT. I have access to Gemini. I also use Open Code with my own normal Gemini monthly subscription. If you are using if you are paying for Google every month, and probably you are paying anything 28,000 upward, you can also use that subscription in open code. So you are not limited to any model, right? You can use any model whatsoever that exists. Name any model, you can use it in your open code. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, of course. You answered the question. So another thing I want to ask is, for example, now I don't. Yes, like Gemini now. Can we use our Gemini, for example, Gemini 3.5 Flash, the free tier, right? Can we use it on open code to build web and mobile
that
apps?
Is why it's called open code. It is open. Any way you have access to model. Let's show you Gemini 3.5 that you are talking about. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Have I shared?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we can see your screen.
Can you see my screen? So can you see Gemini 3.5 Flash? Can you see it here?
Oh,
can you see it here?
Did you Gemini 3.5? Yes, 3.5 flashlight.
So there you even see the 3. That one aside the light, look at the flash itself. So there is no now your open code will not come this way. Oh. If you join our bootcamp, I will show you how to get all of any model whatsoever. I will show you how to get it here. Do you understand?
So does that mean that for we to use Gemini 3.5 Flash on open code, right? And the free, like you are using the free plan. So does that mean you need to like connect the like integrate your API of a Gemini 3.5 Flash with open code?
Yes, you can. So there's something called providers. You can connect it.
Okay.
The way open code works is anywhere there is model, you can connect it with open code.
Okay. So my clarification is just for me to like, my clarification, what I'm trying to get clarification on is if I can basically use Gemini 3.5 Flash free API on open code. And since you said yes, then I think I will give it a try. Thank you.
Okay. I hope to see you in the bootcamp.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Of course.
Yeah, our bootcamp is starting in June. We are running several free webinars. I believe most of you are already